Game of the day. Sir Tanks a Lot versus Sami versus Von Bolt.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Sami Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon from Advance Wars by Web, bringing you another lively game of the day. Today, folks, we are playing on Trouble in Paradise. This is a standard matchup with triple base airport, port, and calm tower support on the map here, folks. We do have ourselves a tier 1 matchup here today, but we have something a little bit different, folks. We got Sami versus Von Bolt. This one was submitted to me via the website, folks. If you do have games that you want featured on the lively game of the day, feel free to join my Discord, link in the description below. Send me a message there. Find me on the Advance Wars by Web Discord as Mr. Cannon / Sami Original Guy, or send me a message on site. My name is Mr. Cannon. Now we have I versus Sir Tanks a Lot. Sir Tanks a Lot, I've seen this guy in the live league quite a bit. He's been pretty active as of late, so got ourselves a pretty interesting one here, folks. But if we take a look at this map, now this is your standard left versus right matchup, but I believe this map is a little bit of a base rush here, folks. Obviously, this base right here and this base right here can be easily flipped because we have a strong side over here and a strong side over here. Both are directed at attacking this base. Now, HQs are relatively protected unless the base falls. If the base falls, you have a direct line of assault in order to attack that HQ over there, folks. Now, aside from that, you got plenty of properties on the map to play around with. Income is going to be roughly around maybe 21,000 each split. Yeah, and aside from that, folks, there's just going to be fighting pretty much everywhere. You're going to have fighting over here, you're going to have fighting over here, and you're going to have fighting over here. Basically, this line of defense right here and this line of defense right here is where the majority of the fighting is going to be happening. So I think we're going to be having ourselves a pretty good one here, folks. I don't really know exactly how this game is going to go as it was submitted. I didn't really look at it, but I enjoy casting the games that people submit, because if somebody's willing to put themselves out there, then I will put in the time and effort to make sure that that happens. So without further ado, folks, let's go ahead and see what went down in the live league today. Beauty. Absolute beauty, folks. And you know what else is beautiful? Standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field. It is the #1 priority in Advance Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advance Wars by Web, folks, is making sure that you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot live league action. Now, you know what? Sami is a little bit of a weird pick on this map. I'm not going to lie, folks. It's a little bit difficult for Sami to be playing into a tier 1 CO, but the one thing that Sami does have going for is the fact that she's going to have 130% firepower on infantry and mechs, which plus comm tower will equal out to 140%. So technically her infantry will be able to KO a Von Bolt infantry on a city or mech in that sense. So that is pretty cool, folks. Aside from that, there is definitely some potential with trading bases when it comes to Sami. If she pops her victory march and does a really good job with it, maybe she'll be able to take a base before Von Bolt does, giving her a little bit of a unit lead advantage, you know, that sort of a thing. Now, we got ourselves the first tank over here from Sir Tanks a Lot. Sir Tanks a Lot, by name definition, should be spamming lots of tanks here, so hopefully we're going to be seeing a few of them. But Sami has decided to build a mech, the mechanized infantry. Now, mechanized infantry, spam attacking this base over here might, you know, it could be okay, probably might not be super great, but it might be okay. But nobody's really gone to these corners yet over here, which is pretty much fine and dandy. Considering it's only day 5, you know, you can't really expect too much happening at this moment. We do have an artillery build over here from the Sami player, and actually it's a very nicely placed artillery considering everything here. You know, it covers basically all the infantry over here. This tank can't really effectively move in and attack anything without suffering the consequences, folks. Alright, got another mech build over here. Alright, hopefully. Are we going to be seeing some massive mech spam over here, folks? Because I am all for it. I absolutely love the mech spam. Mech spam is probably one of the worst strategies you could possibly do in Advanced Wars by Web. Not going to lie, folks, but I absolutely love to see it. It is a time, folks. It is a time and a half, and we absolutely love it. This attack, not very good. I don't really like that attack. This attack, perfectly fine. I love it. Love to see it, folks, but this one, you know, unless you're going to be doing at least minimum, like, 50% damage, it's probably just not worth it. You know, you don't really want to go in for those attacks. Let's take a quick little gander back replay here and just see what kind of damage we're actually dealing with here, because 42 to 48% damage. Yeah, see, it's not really worth it because the infantry just gets healed up, and yeah, it doesn't really work out for you all too well. Now, considering the counterattack damage, it's attack from a force, so that's like a 6-7 trade. 6 gets healed up to 8 next turn. Yeah, it's not really worth it in the long run, so you don't really want to do it. Now, that might be partially due to protect this infantry here, but this infantry moves over here, KOs this infantry, this infantry move up here, attack here, this guy starts cap. You know, you got yourselves a little bit of a predicament there at that point, folks, but day 7 has arrived to the battlefield, and ooh, a property is attempting to be flipped over here by Sir Tanks-a-Lot. Definitely an interruptible property, but an attempt on a flip indeed. Alrighty, folks. Could have probably just KO'd this infantry, I think. Move this guy here, KO. Like, I think, yeah. Let's just go back for a second here, folks. Yeah, this guy moves here. This infantry can be KO'd. This guy moves over here, attack this one, so I think this turn could have potentially been a little bit more successful, but keeping your infantry, I mean, this infantry is not really, I guess it's in some threat, you know. We don't really have any tanks over here, so, I mean, whatever. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. And what it is Advanced Wars by Web, folks. That's what it is. Boom, got a big old attack right here, interrupts the capture, brings the Yardy up north to protect all the infantry. Now, Sami's going to be needing at least a tank or something up north, because there's at least one free shot here. If she builds a mech or an infantry, that's a free shot right there. Free shot and free KO. Now, this position right here from the artillery is not very good. I would much prefer to see the artillery move here, or at least here. Now, I mean, there is the possibility of the 2-shot here with tank plus infantry, but you would have to forego the capture for that, and then tank moves up and attacks here. There's definitely a possibility, but this artillery doesn't really help the frontline infantry at all here, so I mean, there's multiple attacks that are probably going to happen here regardless, but we do have the tank up here, so very nice, folks. Airport has been acquired over here from Sir Tanks-a-Lot, so we might be seeing some battle copters pretty soon here, folks, but the airport is just about to be acquired by I. Let's go ahead and see it, folks. We got a battle copter here. Yeah, standard battle copters, folks. You gotta be getting the battle copters on the field sometimes. 18 to 21 units at the moment here, and I is in a little bit of a predicament here. Definitely getting a little bit overwhelmed by the tank presence up north. Hasn't really done too much to attack the south yet, but there is potential. There's definitely potential. There are attacks that can be done. There's an interrupt here. There's potentially a KO here if they decide they don't want to grab this property just yet, so that can definitely help the front a little bit, but we'll see. Ooh, that's fine. Alright, the mechs are moving in, folks. We got a full-scale flipping mech spam down south. Absolutely love it, folks. Let's see how it works out for them. Day 9 is upon us, folks, and the infantry are rolling out. They are absolutely rolling out. We got a KO right there. Another attempted flip over here. This tank is in a lot of trouble. Absolutely a lot of trouble, because now it can't actually run to a safe location unless this infantry moves in, KOs this infantry. Then potentially the tank can run away to a safe location, but that will allow Sir Tanks-a-Lot to capture this property here, because you won't have a unit that can easily interrupt it, and the mechs are not quite in position yet. If a double time happens to occur in this game, those mechs are definitely going to be getting a lot more value, but at the moment they are pretty slow. So we'll see how it goes, folks. That is an absolutely terrible trade. Damage-wise, folks, damage-wise. You always want to interrupt those captures, you know. You don't want your opponent to get the captures, but unfortunately the damage just wasn't there for that one. This is a crafty little position for the artillery, actually. Being as this is a sea tile right there, it's a reef. Going to be having a... Oh, I almost thought he was going to go up and start the brawl. Now, considering that there is a number of tanks here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 tanks plus 2 battlecopters, you could actually potentially launch an attack up north. And launching an attack up north might not really be the worst thing right now because the income is still very low. So I is not really going to be able to effectively buy any sort of tech up unit in order to ward off the overwhelming amount of tanks and battlecopters that could come up. If the tanks manage to snipe out an anti-air, I is going to be forced to build an anti-air and not be able to build tanks. And if you just keep the battlecopter spam going, keep the tanks flowing, you're going to be taking that base eventually, folks. Like, without a doubt. Like, 100%. The base is going to be taken. Like, honestly, what I would probably think about doing at this point, considering that I will have about maybe 17,000 income next turn. They could buy a medium tank, but they're going to be suffering down south. They could do that. But, like I said, they'll be suffering down south. They're going to be losing in unit count. If you shift everything up north right now, that base is going to fall. Like 100%. There's nothing that can save that base. Very interesting. We expose the artillery. We expose the artillery to a tank strike here, folks. Curious. Very curious. Got an interrupt and a KO. Tanks are moving in. Fortunately, those mechs are just being pummeled over here by the tanks. Battlecopters are now moving in. I don't know why we wouldn't move in the tank to go take that first strike, but infantry is fine, I suppose. But, I mean, if you attack it with a tank, you're taking the anti-air out of commission. And I like taking things out of commission, folks. Or not anti-air, the artillery. Sorry, folks. But the artillery has a choice right now. It either attacks the infantry cap in the city, or it just gets destroyed. And those are the options. Those are the options, folks. But Sir Tanks-a-Lot has built the classiest unit in Advanced Wars. Classy medium tank. Classy medium tank is on the field, folks. And it couldn't have come at a better time. In all reality, honestly, probably the best timed medium tank of all time. Got a medium tank up north. This is what I'm flipping talking about, folks. See, this is one of the things, folks, as I was saying, you know, if you just rushed a little bit quicker, I think that base probably could have fallen. Maybe not right away, but, you know, it would have fallen eventually. But, boom, look at that medium tank damage to that mech down south. Okay, double flipping copter strike right here. Oh, we should have just KO'd the, like, why are we not just KOing? We should just KO it. I mean, in all reality, he could start a cap right here and then KO this, and then you have a clear line of attack over here, and then this is a guaranteed property still. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. I would definitely just KO the artillery there, folks, but we got 2 flipping medium tanks down south. 2 medium tanks, 2 of the classiest units in Advanced Wars by Web. 2 medium tanks up north. Whoa. Absolutely whoa, folks. This is what Advanced Wars is all about, folks. It's all about spamming the classiest units in Advanced Wars. Got a full mech sacrifice right here, folks, to take the medium tank down to 9. That is... I don't really like that. I don't like that very much, but alright. Is what it is, folks. Is what it is. We are playing Advanced Wars after all. Alright. So Tanks-a-Lot just continuing the assault here. This is an extremely dangerous situation here, folks. Absolutely terrifyingly dangerous situation. Now, I'll tell you exactly why it's dangerous here, folks. Well, there's 2 things. It's called Super Co-Powers. Sami is about to get Victory March. Victory March is going to allow them to capture a couple properties. Not really too many properties, but a couple. Can't get a base. That's one of the big problems. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we can't get a base because Sir Tankslot is obviously not going to be base skipping. If you base skip at this point, you're just asking to lose. Another medium tank, though, that's asking to win right there. Alright, folks. But the other problem here right now, Sir Tankslot playing as Von Bolt, one of the smelly COs out there. You know? We all play Von Bolt. We all need soap. It's just the way it is. But Ex Machina hitting these medium tanks up here and just completely obliterating this base, that is going to be a bad time. Absolutely bad time. Let's continue on with the match here, folks, as we got multiple KOs and we got the Victory March. We have a Victory March. Now, what can be acquired from Victory March? Ooh, can't get that property. Can't get this property, but can flip this property, which is very nice. So, grab this property maybe? Grab this property. Grab this property, this property. So you grab 4 properties, plus this property over here. So we get 4 properties this turn. But is there really... Oh, wait, hold on. 1. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, it's just 4. That's 4. That's it. Only 4. Big old anti-air damage. We'll have to see it, folks. No, don't use the mechs to... I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. Alright, we get those 4 properties, folks. 24,000 income to 18,000 right now, which is not really too bad. Von Bolt, the bolty boy, the bolty boy of them all. The boltiest boy of them all. He's going to be able to pop that Ex Machina, and he's going to be able to capture properties, folks. That is flipped once again, 21-21. So Victory March, all it really did was just slow down the inevitable assault of the medium tanks. That's all. They are going to be spammed out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that flipping Ex Machina. Mid-turn, Ex Machina completely obliterates the base. Like, absolutely flipping massive obliteration over here, folks. The only problem is the Ex Machina hits one of Sir Tankslot's infantry. If Sir Tankslot deleted that infantry or got it out of the way or did something with it before this attack started, that could have been way worse. Absolutely way worse. Now, the reason why it could have been way worse is because we could have got a base lock. Could have had a base lock here, folks, and that would have been absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting plays over here. Base locking. Oh my god. Tankslot, day 15. Let's see what he's got here, folks. Boom, 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 boom. Just repairing the medium tanks that have been just assaulted by the mechs, folks. A thorough assaulting has been occurring down south. That's what's been going on. Takes out the anti-air. Very, very good awareness there, folks. Some people would have just attacked tanks. Some people would have done whatever. This man, Sir Tankslot, he attacks the anti-air. And you know why he attacks the anti-air? It's because he knows he has a battlecopter. He doesn't have any medium tanks up north, folks. What he has is a battlecopter. The battlecopter is the only thing that's going to be able to attack the classiest unit in Advanced Wars by Web up north. That's it. That's all he's got, folks. He's got to hold on to that battlecopter. If he loses the battlecopter, he's going to lose the front. Maybe not, but got to keep the battlecopters alive. How do you keep battlecopters alive, folks? You destroy anti-air. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But another anti-air has just spawned. Gross. Gross. Just spawn camping over here, folks. Alright. Has to abandon the attack down south. Sami, can't do it. He cannot contend with 3 of the classiest units in Advanced Wars down south. Plus an anti-air, that is just asking to have your infantry just be deleted. Send them to the slaughterhouse to be grinded up into ground beef and served. And you don't want that to happen, folks. That is not what you want to have happen. You want to keep your infantry alive and healthy, folks. Boom. Big old shot. Comm tower is being attempted to be flipped. Going to be unsuccessful. Absolutely unsuccessful. The only thing that's going to happen with that is it's going to just delay. It's just going to delay some of the infantry, and that's it. But battlecopters have reached the north over here from Sami. So there is definitely some hope, folks. There is hope. The infantry are rushing up. The lone base side has now has friends. Friends have joined the fight, folks, and that's what you need in Advance Wars. You need friends. Alright, Sir Tangsalot moving multiple infantry to the front lines here, doing multiple strikes. Oh, he builds the Soiled Abomination. The soiled one. The stinkiest unit. Gross. Absolutely gross, folks. You hate to see it. I thought this was going to be a classy game. Thought this was going to stay a classy game, stay a clean game. But apparently, we got Soiled Abominations, folks. But look at the amount of KOs that I is managing to get here, folks. That 10% defense that Von Bolt has definitely makes it difficult to get those KOs, folks. Another Soiled Abomination has entered the field, folks. Another Neo Tank. Obviously, folks, the Neo Tanks are designed to counter each other, folks. You do need to have some heavy firepower in order to deal with the Neo Tank. Now you can build a bomber class's unit of the sky and send him down there to hopefully deal with the Neo Tank. But one of the biggest issues when you're playing the Sami is she's got lower firepower. Lower firepower versus higher defense is never a good time, folks. Never a good time. If you build a bomber, most likely it's just going to be countered by an anti-air. And even if you build multiple bombers, your opponent just builds multiple anti-air, and you're just going to be stuck in this situation where you're just trying to take out a Soiled Abomination, and it's just not going to work. So, I don't know. Maybe when your opponent gets stinky, maybe you just got to get stinky too, folks. I don't know. I'm trying to keep a very clean, classy lifestyle these days, folks, so I wouldn't know. Alright, here we go. Got multiple infantry strikes. And wow, that is some pretty savage attacking up north there, folks. 23,000 properties. Or 1,000 income. 23 properties. In the name of Sir Tangsalot right now. To 19 from our Sami player. I definitely needs to get some properties here, folks. One of the biggest advantages that Sami has is the capture game. You can get those captures, secure them, keep them alive. You're going to be having a good time. But if she can't get those properties and she can't get some effective tech ups to sort of assist with her lower attack power, well, then she needs something, folks. See, I is playing it pretty safe right now. You know, he's building Soiled Abominations. He's retreating back to his base. He's allowing for Sir Tangsalot to push in, folks. Waiting for Sir Tangsalot to push in. But one of the biggest issues with this position that I can think of right now is Sir Tangsalot could just simply front shift all of his stuff to the middle of the map and then put a massive threat on the solo base right now. Imagine if he front shifts and goes up to the middle. He could have a really good time, folks. Builds another Soiled Abomination. Day 21. See, if Sami doesn't push out of her corner right here, it is going to be very difficult for her to get a position later. So that's going to be one of the issues here, folks. But she is fighting valiantly right now. Well, trying desperately to push out of the corner here as well. It looks like some properties might be flipped this turn. Oh, there's a property that is being attacked. Several properties are being attacked right now. And the battlecopters are just going to town. Okay, you know what? Victory March. Victory March might get something done here, folks. It might get something done. There are a lot. There's a lot of flips. There's a lot of flips up north that can happen. But 25,000 income right now to 17. Like, that is not very good. This Victory March, all it's really going to do at this moment is be the equalizer. Gotta get some damage going here, folks. And look at this position right here. Bringing the tanks into the middle of the map. Holding these guys at bay. Like, I feel like there's going to be a huge front shift happening here pretty soon, folks. But the Victory March is upon us. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6, but probably 5 5 properties. Oh, one more, 2. All right. Going for that property. Okay. I think we should go for this one. Yeah, because we could have got those ones anyways. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Whatever. Is what it is. Oh, is he going to get... Oh, Battlecopter moves up. Gets in. Gets the capture. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Sami. Best girl Sami out here getting those properties. Oh, but... Ex Machina, folks. Ex Machina is just around the corner. 32 units to 18, though. Like, Sami is putting in the work right now, getting so many clears. But is it going to be enough? There is going to be an Ex Machina drop, and it is going to hit that southern corner so flipping hard. It's going to hit it like a gosh darn semi-truck. Hitting like, I don't know, something. Like a cow on the road, man. It's not going to be good. It is going to be absolutely massive. So far this game, we have had 2 massive Ex Machinas. Like, crazy. Absolutely crazy. What crazy amount of damage here, folks. I'm just going to skip the rest of the turn because that Ex Machina just basically says it all right there, folks. What are you even going to do against such reckless hate right now? There's 2 Sword Abominations up north. Only 1 classy medium tank. And the classy medium tank cannot attack into this right now. This is like just not great. Like, look at the firepower, folks. We're not going to be having a very good time attacking into this. Even if we attack it on a road, we're going to be on a plane. We're taking 61 to 67% damage back, all because Von Bolt is a big flipping bully. That is what he is, folks. He's just a bully. And he's out here just bullying it up all the time, folks. But it is day 23, and Sami's ahead by 4 properties right now. Well, technically about 2 to even it out, but 4 overall. So if Sir Tanksela cannot capture 2 properties in 7 days, I is going to get the win. And that is just the way it goes, folks. I think Sami knows that. I think Sami can sense what is going on here, but I really am not a fan of the classiest unit advancements by Web getting attacked by that Soil Abomination up north. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Oh no, and it's attacking down south too. Oh, he could have had a base lock. What did he take out with the infantry? Oh, yeah, no, hold the phone. Yeah, no, he could have had a base lock. He should have base locked. Why didn't he base lock? He should have, totally base locked there. And it would have been safe, too, because this is a mountain. Like, what do you even do against that? Oh, God, that would have been, like, a great play. But unfortunately, I guess maybe he just didn't see it. Or maybe what the thought was he just wanted to eliminate as many infantry as he could. But one really good way of eliminating infantry is making it so your opponent cannot build them in general, folks. You never know, that could be one of the things that you could do. But you know what? Everybody's got their own strategies in Advance Wars, and I am just a simple, semi-original guy, aka Mr. Cannon. And I don't know everything, folks, but all I know is that there's a flippin' mega tank on this field right now. It has been spawned, and it is ready for some gosh darn flipping violence, folks. This is 3 medium tanks in a trench coat waiting to be released. Oh my god, it's going to be absolute bloodbath down here, folks. Luckily, Sir Tanksela is already red fire, so you won't be able to see the blood. So that's at least a little bit of a bonus here. But I think doing a really good job right now. You know what? Despite some of the things that I've seen in this game, I think one thing that he really needs to do right now is he just needs to hold on to Victory March. He needs to hold on to Victory March until the end of the flipping game. You need to pop that stuff on the very last day and just make it so your opponent cannot capture any properties. And even if they do capture a property, you just pop the flipping Victory March and you just take one back. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just hold out. Hold out. 24,000 income. Taking out the Sword Abomination. That's what I'm talking about. No. Don't pop it yet. No. No, don't pop it yet because there's nothing you can cap. Well, I mean, there is something you can capture. There's two. One property? There's one property. Just one property? One property. Yeah, just one property. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. We need to save it. We need to save it. This is our saving grace right here, folks. We gotta we gotta hold on to this. All right, well, we get a property. Take out an infantry. Takes out another infantry. I don't really like it though. You know, that's the problem is like I'm not a huge fan of popping that because that's like our security blanket right there. We just popped our security blanket and now we have no security blanket. We're probably not going to be getting another super co-power this game because it's 115,000 value, like 60 or 87,000 value in total on the field. So I mean, there is a possibility of getting it, but it's like we're about to. I mean, we're gonna lose one of the solar abominations up here. It's just got double tapped here. That's automatic like loss of like 22,000 value here. 69,200 value. Yeah, I don't really see another one coming up here. I don't know. Like, I could be wrong, but there's also going to be an Ex Machina here very, very soon. And if the flippin' Ex Machina pops, that's going to give Von Bolt like a free day to capture something. And there we go, another Ex Machina. And it just hit the south. It hits the classiest unit in Advanced Wars. It hits one of the Soiled Abomination. It hits a battlecopter, a mech. And then they just get deleted off of the field. That's two caps coming in right now. And it is 23-19. If they both get captured, that's an even game at day 26. And there's even a cap in the middle that is going to happen. That's going to be the deciding factor right there. If that capture goes through, that's the deciding factor. That is going to be the winning cap. And there's nothing. There's nothing that can attack it right now. There's absolutely nothing. Oh, no. Sami. Now, you hate to see it, folks. Oh, and the mega tank goes in and attacks a battlecopter of all things. Now, there could be a reason for this, folks, and there could be a great reason for this. And I think I know what Sami is thinking right now, folks. You know what Sami is thinking? Sami is thinking, oh, I'm about to lose 3 properties. You know what I need to do? I need to sacrifice the classy mega tank. The dignified gentleman, the superior being needs to be sacrificed. Now, the only reason he needs to be sacrificed is because that is going to be 28,000 charge. And we need that charge. We need that charge. We need to sacrifice the entire flipping army. If we don't get a victory march, folks, this is going to be game over very, very soon. Oh, and multiple units are just being taken out here. Double medium tanks can definitely take this guy out right now. Oh, and it's been taken out. Oh my god, there we go, folks. There we go. The medium tank has been taken out. Even if we get the victory march now, there's going to be 3 more properties that we're going to lose. Yeah, sacrificing everything to try to get it, folks. But, oh, I don't know. There's going to be so many captures started this turn. Like, Sir Tankslot is just going to walk on these properties like he owns the flipping place. Could have actually walked on all 3 of them here. A little bit of a blunder move right here. This goes here. This goes here. This goes right here. So, I mean, we could have started 3 captures. But we start 2. I mean, it is what it is. It's what it is, folks. It's lively, you know. Play fast. Play furious. That's all. Day 29, folks. Gonna be sacrificing for the victory march. So we're gonna lose 2 properties. So that's gonna be 25. So we would need 4. And there's not 4. There's not even 4 infantry on the field, folks. APC's transport copter resign. I has resigned. I don't know if that's actually I think that might be a symbol, but I don't know. Wow. What a match, folks. What a match. Definitely a wild one. Indeed. Definitely a wild one. Sami, fortunately, doesn't stand too much of a chance against Von Bolt in standard. But it was a valiant effort. Definitely some pretty cool things that were going on in this game. But I think maybe the victory march at the very end popped a little bit too early. That's really what it is, folks. Gotta hold on to those security blankets until the very end. But hopefully you all enjoyed that one, and if you did, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye for now.